Good morning, children. Today, class for 7th class. Subject is General Science. We are discussing about the animal fiber lesson. Okay, in that one, up to stall 1 and stall 2 of the silkworm exhibition completed. Now we are discussing about the stall 3. Okay, in stall 3 at the time Nilima observed some people were boiling and stirring something in large pots. So normally a person stood at the corner of that room and explain about the process of obtaining fiber from cocoons. Okay, the boy who stood at the corner is nothing but Prashant. He belongs to the that Shad Nagar, belongs to that one Rangareddy districts. So he said that he is working at the reeling center and said that one Nilima saw cocoons being boiled in a water. She was shocked and uttered, "Hey, what are they doing?" Okay, while seeing that one, the silkworms are boiled at the time. Somewhat she get afraid and immediately asking what are they doing. Okay, here that boy say that one we are boiling cocoons to get the silk fibers. Normally the caterpillar of silkworms spins fiber which is mainly made up of two proteins. Okay, mainly the silkworms is made up of two type of fibers, means proteins. One is sericin protein. Okay, the silk fiber is mainly made up of how many type of proteins? Two types of proteins. Okay, mainly the silk fiber is made up of how many type of protein? Two type of proteins. One is sericin, another one is fibroin proteins. And these proteins are very strong. Okay, very strong. So that's why the cocoons have to be boiled to lose the fibers to able reeling. Okay, when these fibers are loose at the time we can use them to make a thread. Okay, normally we obtain the silk fiber from the cocoon. Okay, so the obtaining of silk fiber from the cocoon is called as a reeling process. Obtaining of silk fiber from the cocoon is called as a reeling process. What? Obtaining silk fiber from the cocoon is called as a reeling. Normally this reeling process is done by the special machines called as twisters or reelers. This reeling process is done by the special machines. Okay, normally this reeling process is done by the special machineries. Okay, called as reelers or twisters. Normally the silk fibers is collected from the cocoon and nearly 3 to 8 of threads are wound together to make yarn. To make yarn. Yarn means nothing but what? Noolu. Okay. Same by using cotton threads we make yarn. Similarly by using silk thread here we are making a yarn. Okay, after the reeling process the yarn is cleaned, bleached and colored. Okay, after reeling process the yarn is cleaned, bleached and colored. After this process, the yarn is waved, means nothing but నేయడం జరుగుతుంది. A variety of fabrics and the looms. Okay, looms means nothing but in Telugu ratnar. So normally we have looms at Karimnagar, Hyderabad and Nandiguttu. Next one is nothing but stall 4. Next one is what? Stall 4. So what is that one? Stall 4. It is explained about the weaving process. What? Weaving process. Here we observe that here also at the corner of handloom, one person is explaining about the weaving. So that boy is saying about that one, first saying, wishing to the members who exhibit the stall. He start his conversation with namaste. He say first namaste and introduced himself as I am Bhupati, belongs to the Pochampalli silk city of Telangana. Okay, you know that one Pochampalli is one of the place that is famous for the silk industry. Okay, Pochampalli is one of the place that is famous for the silk industry. So that's why it is referred as nothing but a silk city of the Telangana. Okay, Pochampalli is famous for the silk industries. That's why it is referred as a silk city of Telangana. Okay, here he explained that one we weave silk fabrics by using silk yarn. Okay, by using handlooms. Here he said that one weaving silk is our traditional occupation. Means nothing but వాళ్ళకి ఈ వృత్తి అనేది తరతరాలుగా రావడం జరుగుతుంది. మీన్స్ నథింగ్ బట్ ది ancestors also have same type of occupation. From their ancestor they learn how to weave the silk fabric from the silk fibers. Okay, normally they get the silk yarn from the reeling center to weave variety of sarees. And you know that children, Pochampalli Pattu and Dharmavaram Pattu sarees are famous in our state. And the Pochampalli Pattu is also called as the tie and dye Pattu. Okay, the Pochampalli Pattu is called as what? Tie and dye Pattu. And it is also called as Jamadani Pattu. What? Jamadani Pattu. And you know that one, the Dharmavaram Pattu saree is also very famous. Why? Because nothing but the Dharmavaram Pattu sarees have wider border. What? The Dharmavaram Pattu sarees have wider border and they have royal look with Bhuta. Bhuta means nothing but dots, round dots. So the entire saree have round beautiful dots. Next, you also know about that one, Banaras, Kanchipuram, Dharmavaram, Narayanpet, Kottapeta, Pochampalli are all type of silk fabrics. Okay, next, normally all these varieties got their name by their place. And you may also hear that the names of Tassar silk and Muga silk, Kosa silk, Eri silk, etc. Okay, means among all silks you also hear about that one. Not only that one tie and dye silk, Tassar silk, Eri silk, Muga silk, Kosa silk, also different type of silks Normally silk also used to make different type of products such as satin cloth. Okay, satin also one type of cloth. So the satin cloth also made up of silk only. Not only that one, crepe also one type of cloth that also made up of with silk only. Okay, next here Nilima feel wonder by observing the different process involving in the making of silk fabric. Okay, next after that one, she knew about the life cycle of silkworm. Life cycle of silkworm. Normally, the adult silkworm lay approximately 500 eggs. After some days, the eggs are hatched into teeny worms. After some days, the eggs are hatched into teeny worms, and you know that one, these teeny worms are continuously feeds upon the mulberry leaves, and finally the big sized larva is formed, and within a short period of time, this larva is changed into pupa. Means nothing but normally we see this pupa in cocoons too. Means nothing but the caterpillar means gently moves its mouth and continuously secreting the silk fibers around it, and forms sac-like structure that is called as nothing but pupa. Okay, normally you know that one, it is difficult process to make silk fabric from the silk. Why? Because nothing but the people who involved, means who works in the silk industry, often suffered from the respiratory diseases. Why? Because nothing but by the continuous handling of the silkworms and the silk fibers. Okay, so this is about the story of silk. This is about the what? Story of silk. Next, now we are discussing about the story of wool. What? Now we are discussing about the story of wool. After the visiting of stalls of silkworm, Nilima visited the stalls of wool with her grandpa. Normally, the stall is amazing. The entrance of that stall is seem like the mouth of the big sheep, and after entering into the stall, Nilima feel surprised. Why? Because nothing but the entire stall totally seems like one of the Kashmiri village. You know that one, the environment of that Kashmir is very beautiful, and at that stall she saw different varieties of woolen cloths. You know that one, different type of woolen cloths are there, such as sweaters, hats, woolen hats. Normally we use woolen hats for babies to protect them from cold. Okay, and woolen long coats, mufflers, and table covers also. Okay, she saw different types of sweaters, muffler, hats, long coats, and table cover, etc. And she also saw different type of models of animals like camel, angora goat, sheep, and llama, alpaca, etc. Okay, in that stall she saw different type of animal models like angora goat and sheep, yak, llama, camel, alpaca, etc. You know that one normally in our areas sheep gives wool, but why other animals also displays there? This type of questions are aroused in the mind of Nilima. Okay, normally we know that one we get the wool from the sheep. Why? Because nothing but in our area we seen only sheep. Okay, that are useful for two purpose: to get meat and to get wool to make different type of woolen products. Here to clarify the Nilima doubt, her grandpa explained the hair that grow on the skins of other animals also very useful. Normally the hair which grows upon the skin of the animal is called as fleece. What? The hair that is grown upon the skin of the animal is called as a fleece. Normally you know that one the silk fibers are made up of mainly two type of protein, sericin and fibroin protein. Similarly here wool also made up of one protein called as keratin. Here also wool also made up of one type of protein that is called as nothing but keratin. The worldwide good quality of wool is obtained from the merino sheep. చాలా ఎక్కువ ఖరీదైన నాణ్యత గల ఉన్ని మాత్రం మెరినో షీప్ నుంచి వస్తుంది. These merino sheep are specially reared for wool purpose only. Okay, these merino sheep are only reared to get fleece, means nothing but wool. Why it is famous throughout the worldwide? The fleece of the, means nothing but the wool of the merino sheep is approximately 3 to 5 inches long. 3 to 5 inches long, and it is most valuable. And a merino sheep yield about 5 to 18 kgs of wool per year. Okay, thank you children. We learnt about that further.